Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. We are here in Carillion in the Reach for the first time in bloody ages, well, other than the end of the last episode where we looked at getting the Clay Conductor his singing partner. We even attempted to try and sing ourselves, which didn't end as well as you'd think. I'm going to apologise for sounding a little bit rough. Hay fever, it sucks, it's really bad at the moment, and obviously I'm really not very good with it. But if you've been watching for a long time, you know this already, and I probably don't sound as bad as I think I sound. That's usually how it goes. But we are here now to find our inconvenient aunt who has invited us to a soiree here at Carillion. Let's see. Oh, actually, before we attend a candle-lit soiree with the inconvenient aunt, let's deliver the half-glass empty. When you explain the empty's predicament, your rescued prisoner attracts a swarm of attention. The presiding deviless descends to meet your rescued prisoner. She taps his glass eye with a fingernail. A sun-touched soul, she muses, an eager flash of the tongue at her lips. Yes, we can take good care of him. The devils will care for him now. Two attendants wheel out of bed and gently help the empty climb in. The last words with the empty are awkward and brief. He was never much of a conversationalist. He thanks you and he seems happy to leave it at that. When you return to your train, you find a nervous young man waiting outside with a barrel of souls. The deviless told me to deliver these to you, he says. Said it was a fair trade for such a patient. Ooh, that doesn't sound as nice as you'd think, does it? Well, okay. So we've just traded a man for a couple of souls, but yeah, maybe he'll get better, it'll be fine. Okay, let's attend the soiree with the inconvenient aunt. She insisted that it'll do you good. Come on, she says, a fierce gleam behind her spectacles. Your aunt, chattering constantly, guides you through the ash-grey stone chambers of Carillion. Eventually, you reach a little door in one of the less travelled backways. Your aunt knocks thrice. The door swings open. A severe, scarred old woman peers out. Bunty! Your aunt cries happily. After a brief introduction, Bunty ushers you inside. You emerge into a room with high, mirrored ceiling. Its dark, panelled walls are illuminated by dripping crimson candles. Revolutionaries consort with ministry auditors. Devils drink with bright-eyed ministers of the new sequence. A famous Tackety general is highly occupied with a distinguished admiral. What has she brought you to? So we can look for our aunt. She's disappeared into the crowd. This does not bode well. Or we can mingle. It's a party. Besides, your aunt can look after herself. Let's mingle. You introduce yourself to very many personages. Some great and good. Most borderline criminal. Everyone seems to believe you already know the rules, so you learn a number of surprising things about the information networks of the High Wilderness. Most crucially, the extent to which their frequent contact breeds certain mutual understandings. Suddenly, you hear the familiar crunch of boiled sweets at your ear. Your aunt has returned, her expression aghast. Let's get out of here. I've learned something about a rendezvous at St. Dunstan's. She refuses to say more here. Okay. That's that done then. There is one more thing I'd like to do, if I remember correctly. If we talk to the repentant devil, we require 2 gourds of nectar, and while we're here, we're going to buy those 2 gourds of nectar. Ooh, that's some cheap hours right there. Kind of tempted to pick up those cheap hours as well. Let's buy the 2 gourds first. Then, because we used up most of our... You know what? Let's buy all of those. We need tea. We need tea. I have tea in the bank. I have lots of tea in the bank. But first things first, let's talk the repentant devil. The repentant devil? The inconvenient aunt. Almost. Almost got it right. Okay. Let's question our aunt. What was all that about St. Dunstan's? What got her so shaken up at Carillion? When I was a gal, I used to do a bit of spying for the Crown. Now I've been out of the trade for years, but I couldn't help but overhear an intriguing conversation. People rarely pay attention to ladies of my age. She gives you a look, as though daring you to disagree. They said revolutionaries helped our government conquer Albion. They mentioned a secret rendezvous at St. Dunstan's between 4 representatives, a new sequencer, a revolutionary, and 2 members of Her Majesty's government. I have to get to the bottom of this. It is my duty. She tilts her chin defiantly. I have a friend at Port Prosper who owes me a favour. And we can get lunch. Okay, so our aunt has invited you to lunch at Port Prosper. Can we now speak to the clay conductor? We'll look in on him. Give him a little time. Okay, I read that last time. So, we shall... Can I buy food and fuel here? Just curiously? No, we cannot. Okay, let's just hope we have enough. We'll go to New Winchester. It's just behind us. So, let's set off New Winchester. Oh, sweet Jesus. Ugh. Okay. Yep, it's fine. Quite a large turning circle on this here train. Yes, definitely. It's got nothing to do with my impairment or the fact that I can't breathe. My eyes are stinging, and my nose is constantly running. It's crazy. The annoying problem is hay fever has similar symptoms to the coronavirus. So hopefully it is hay fever. I haven't been anywhere, so I assume it is. And I always suffer with hay fever anyway. Let's hang here for a second. Go on, mate. Go on. Kick his teeth in. One Liberator versus 2 monitors? The monitors are going to win this, hands down. I'm kind of wasting fuel here, but... Uh-oh. He's going to go boom! Ah. You're not going to shoot, are you? Good. Okay, the Tackety's response to London's dreadnoughts. Liberators are lumbering, jury-rigged war machines, bulging with homemade fire belchers and second-hand weaponry. We cannot salvage its plating for repairs because we only have 9 out of the 10 required crew. So let's plunder the stores. Liberators operate as inherent supply stations for the lighter Tackety scouts carrying stores of fuel and supplies. 1 fuel, 1 supply, and a mangled Tackety nameplate. New total of 5. We could probably hand those in when we go to Port Prosper, which is probably where we're going to be heading secretly. I think I've only ever seen 1 dead monitor my entire time playing. They're quite hard to kill. The fact they're quite narrow makes them quite hard targets, especially for the AI to kill. Okay, so it's just up here. I still love... Every time I come through the Reach, I'm like, this is the best designed area. I love it to pieces. This is so natural. Bloody hell, my room is so hot. If anyone watched the stream on Saturday, I'm going through Dark Souls with my good friend, Mr. Trig. And I say Dark Souls 3. I've got to narrow that down, because some people will be like, Dark Souls, oh my god! And then other people will be like, oh, Dark Souls 3, that's crap. But it got so hot in this room that I had to end early because it... Oh, I need to sort something out. I've been moaning about this for what can only be years. I'm just really stubborn and really resistant to spending huge amounts of money on things. I have a fan though, but I can't really turn the fan on while I'm recording because it's right at the microphone. And all you'd hear is, it'd sound like I'm on top of a hill, I imagine. Uh-oh. Man, these guys are close to New Winchester. The Tacketies are in New Winchester? Oh, this tends to change when I'm not paying attention. It has been a very long time. Ooh, my terror's quite high. I should probably worry about that, you know. Sure, it'll be fine. As soon as we dock into Winchester, it should lower it by quite a lot. Oh, we're going to pick up some tea as well. No, my luck, I'm going to give the tea and gourds to the devil, and then he's going to go, can we go back to Carillion, please? Okay. A down locomotive on Hybris. What? Recent news? A Tackety engine's gone down in the fungal jungle of Hybris, being a remote and mysterious colony on the very edge of the Reach. The town crier pauses for breath and enters an alarming coughing fit, having inhaled a lungful of smog. An enterprising stovepipe claps him sharply on the back. "Thanks," he sputters. "Are there any brave captains willing to rescue these poor souls from perfidy and mushrooms and such like?" Yes. The rescue of a Tackety engine offers opportunities and not necessarily just for the Tacketies. Cheers go up among the crowd as you step forward. "God bless you, Captain," the crier says, his eyes awash with tears. Though that could just be the smog. "New Winchester needs more of such stock. Where now the heroes of the blockade?" He hands you the report, which reveals the engine was last seen heading to Hybris. He runs on, calling for a state of perpetual revolution, to a mixed response from the crowd. Sounds interesting. Right, bank. Tea. I don't know if I need 2 tea or 1 tea. I'm going to take 2 tea. We're going to put the munitions and things in there, and the souls. And then we are going to talk to the repentant devil. There's going to be a lot of talking and reading in this episode. Where's he gone? There he is. Did I actually equip the... I did. I had an empty slot for the longest time. I've just bizarrely remembered. Ask the repentant devil about his possible enemies. If he's attracting assassins onto your locomotive, you deserve to know everything. Though he'll see that point of view better if you plied with tea. Oh, visit Carillion. Come on. "I have had 3 particular friends," he says. "2 of them I think are dead. As for the third, it would not be her style to look for me. But if I were to trace this matter, it would take me to Carillion, and to London, and to the Well of the Wolf." Catches the corner of your glance. "You asked about my enemies. I know," he says. "But when you get to my age, it's the same thing." So he wants us to go to Carillion, visit the Baroness of Hell with the repentant devil, visit the Well of the Wolf with the repentant devil. Where the hell is the Baroness of Hell? He says London up here. So I'm guessing it's London. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Let's quickly... I don't have any bronzewood, do I? I do have bronzewood. I am going to Port Prosper, and it would be a good way to get some money, but yet again, I am using all of my... Oh, it'll be fine. I was saving up all this bronzewood, and I'm just slowly flitting it away, but that's because I need the money. Okay. Onwards. To Port Prosper. We'll go down Havenwood Way, I think. That's probably the quickest way of getting there. And we'll stop off by the Memorial to the Great Rat, or whatever it's called. Try and lower our terror just a little bit. I wonder if the Clay Conductor will speak to me. I'll get to Port Prosper. We'll do the inconvenient aunt stuff, and then we will see if we can talk to the Clay Conductor, and he can tell me where he wants to go. Hopefully it's somewhere relatively easy to go, otherwise it could be interesting. I'll be very annoyed if he tells me to go back to London or something. Whoa, the whole game hung for a second there. Doesn't fill me with confidence. And again, good God, oh, there we go, we're fine. Should be coming up on the rat soon. I should spend my money on getting the better engine. I really should. It would make this bit a little quicker. Of course, I could always go back to my old style of cutting it out, but where's the fun in that? Half of the fun of these videos is me just rambling while I'm trying to think of things to say. Plus, you get to listen to the wonderful music. The Reach definitely has the best music. But I think the game that has the best music for me is definitely Sunless Skies. I love that music so much. Okay. Let's just quickly park it by the big stone rat. Should be in front of me now. There he is. Hello, old friend. And we're good. And Port Prosper's just down here. Hopefully there isn't a giant war going on in the big space in between, because trying to fly through that could be interesting. Nope, sounds like there is. There always tends to be some kind of battle going on here. Who is it? Is it the Tacites versus the Stovepipes, or is it the Stovepipes versus something horrendous of the Reach? There's a wreck down here. Hang on. See if we can get anything nice. Even just a reduction in terror would be quite useful. The Al Sweden. Let's save someone. The windows of the crew quarters are occluded with frost. What was that movement you saw? Yeah, one man. Your signallers fetches their signal lamp and flashes a patient message into each portside window. There, a faltering glow burns in the frost. Someone has struck a match. You dispatch a boarding party, they retrieve a survivor who is eager to sign on and a hard worker, if surely from their long isolation. There goes the front end of the ship. Fine. Let's go see who's fighting. We might be able to take advantage of this fact. Get some nameplates. Over here somewhere. Okay, so it's a dreadnought. Okay, no it's not. Oh yes it is. It's a dreadnought versus a Tacti scout. I know who my money's on. The Tacti scout's firepower is considerably less than the enduring dreadnoughts. Which always makes me laugh how London ever lost. Quickly go up here, loot. Tacti's favour scrappy, versatile engines that, when not skirmishing with company vessels, can serve double duty as traders, messengers and transports. Let's seize its cargo. 2 sacks of verdant seeds, okay. Tacti's often carry natural resources they have hewn, farmed or mined from the Reach. Lengths of bronzewood, vessels of sticky chorister nectar, sacks of oyster seeds, barrels of ours freshly dug from some nameless skyrock. What did this one have? The seeds, plus another nameplate. We can definitely get something good for these nameplates, I know we can. They have value. Plus, secretly I'm a stovepipe anyway, right? Even though I helped overthrow the Barbers in Workworld, it all worked out in the end, and I think the stovepipe still kind of won. All good. I like the top hats, I can't help myself. Here we are, Port Prosper. Let's have a look-see, shall we? A few things we can do here. Okay. There is a tentative knock at your cabin door. Open it, you find one of your more gregarious junior signallers. Let me go through the crew records, she tells you. I found something interesting. It's the anniversary of the conductor's step-in from the stone. The crew want to mark the occasion with a little shindig. Is she suppressing a grin? Yes, let's hold the party. The clay conductor will hate it, but it will be good for him and his relationship with the crew. You'll be on hand to supervise. Oh dear. The signaller's face falls. You'll attend? I wasn't I'll get started right away. Together, you prepare the galley for a celebration. You convince your cook to fetch the better brandy and to make something a little special. When the hour arrives, you lure the clay conductor in. To everyone's surprise, he stays. He makes painful small talk with your stokers and drinks far too much of the punch. Your crew regard him like a talking bear, but everyone is polite. While your crew are engaging in a game of poker that will definitely require disciplinary action later, The conductor tracks you down. He babbles earnestly about Achilles in Eleutheria and the clay men who work for the Murgatroyd Company. He would very much like to visit. Ah, so he wants to go to Eleutheria. We haven't been there for a long time. But okay, that gives us another destination. But, first things first. We need to explore Port Prosper, I guess? Ooh, while we're here we can search for the amenable host's identity. The house might still be here, had purple walls, which would surely stand out. If not, you have the locket. Not a soul in Port Prosper recognises the locket. Who's that then? Does he still wear his hair like that? Fancy. Become familiar refrains. More promising is the house you saw painted in the amenable host's chamber. You locate several candidates, all apparently repainted over the last couple of years, but one is in the exact location as the host's painting. Nobody seems to remember who owned it, or why, but apparently it had once been associated with the Parlour of Virtue, established not long after Port Prosper's foundation. Okay. And... okay, so we have two options here to meet the friends. We can rely on your local credentials. You're based by the prosperous West Enders. They've requested we meet at the Admiral Nelson, your aunt says. You'll need to keep the right company to get in. They won't admit just anyone, she says proudly. Or we can rely on our establishment credentials. They've requested we meet at the Admiral Nelson, your aunt says. You need the right company to get in. They won't admit just anyone, she says proudly. Let's use our affiliation with the establishment. You are led to your table. Your aunt examines the menu with a critical eye. Ginger snaps, she exclaims. Goodness me. Cannot tell if this is a good thing or not. At last, an older lady joins you. She introduces herself as a countess. This is the last time, she says to your aunt. You're not to contact me again. The St. Dunstan's rendezvous concerned the murder of a son, the countess says, frowning. There were 4 attendants. The chaplain of the new sequence, February, Her Majesty's Privy Councillor, and Her Majesty the Queen. He rises and thrusts what looks like a Christmas card into your aunt's hand before walking away swiftly. Ah, the Queen was in attendance. Now that is strange indeed. Go to the promiscuous chairman's offices, handing all these nameplates. Don't really need the unlicensed chart. Let's get... flip it out. Maybe we should just turn them all in for sovereigns. I think I have quite a lot of savage secrets and things. How many savage secrets? I have 9 savage secrets. Like, if I could get a Crimson Promise or something like that, I'd wait for it, but... okay, never mind. Let's turn in them all. The sovereigns. He handles each plate with care, running his fingers over the brass. I've signed your account. Your reward is waiting with my secretary. We gained 150 sovereigns. We gained 6 the Winwood Company's gratitude, so we got 14. Gained 6 reputation with the Winwood Company, so new total of 67. We were admired. And we've lost 6 reputation with the Tacketies, a new total of 50. Curious. And we have not delivered enough to get another task, which is a shame, but that's another thing we can work on over time. Okay, let's talk to the aunt. Quiz your aunt. What has she gotten involved in? And what's this with a Christmas card? One tick, dearie. Just looking for... Gaha! The clink of glass. Your aunt rises from an open suitcase, clutching a dusty bottle of brandy. We've got to get to Pan in Eleutheria. That's where February is. Though she wasn't February when I knew her. She was my opposite number back in... But you want answers. February's on the calendar, Council. The revolutionary leadership. The Christmas card'll get us into winter's reside. Your aunt brandishes the bottle. She has a fondness for brandy. I've been saving this for if I ran into her again. It should get us into her good graces. She'll be able to tell us what went on at St. Dunstan's. So she wants to go to Pan. So the clay conductor wants to go to Achilles. The inconvenient aunt wants to go to Pan. And then the devil wants me to go to Carillion. So it makes sense for me to go to Carillion before I go to the other places. Okay. Is there anything else I can do here? Oh, then the new clock tower. Oh, we still haven't built it. Oh, the Blooming Bazaar. Not Bazaar, the delivery. Did I not accept it? Did I not pick it up? Am I an idiot? Port Avon. Whoops. I misread that as Port Prosper. Close. Not quite. I guess I shall... Damn, that's a quick and easy one. Bugger it. I should have gone up there and then down there. Oh well. Somebody remind me about that in the next episode. Because I am going to end this right here. Thank you very much for watching. We've achieved quite a lot with our companions in this quest, in this episode, and hopefully we will continue in the next. So thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Any background information is also, I love it. I love it all. I'm thinking about doing a lore series, so anything I can fit in, and notes are coming out of my ears right now. It's crazy. But as always, I'll see you next time.